Welcome back to another episode of DonyB TV. Of course, it is your girl DonyB here. In today's episode, I am going to be showing you how to make DonyB's belly butter using just these three ingredients. So, stay tuned. Now, before we get started, I want to remind you that everyone is different. Everybody's body makeup is different. Everyone's DNA is different. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Right here, I am just going to show you what works and what has been working for me. This is something that I put together with my first pregnancy, and I experienced no stretch marks on my belly. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get started. Now bear with me because I am not using exact measurements. I'm going to start off with some raw shea butter. Here I have cleaned out an old 8-ounce container of raw shea butter, and the big container is a 16-ounce container of shea butter. So if I had to guesstimate as to how much shea butter I am using, I would say it is between 6 to 7 ounces of raw shea butter. Next, what I did was previously put a bowl of water in the microwave and get it really hot, and I'm going to place the shea butter in the bowl in order to melt the shea butter. Halfway in between, while the shea butter is melting in the hot water, I am going to take it out and I am going to stir it so the shea butter that's at the bottom can get incorporated to the shea butter that's at the top, so they can kind of switch places. You also have an option of whipping this shea butter, and what that will do is it just adds a little more air into the shea butter and into your mixture, and it'll make it all nice and fluffy. After I have it mixed to my liking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it back into the hot water in order to let it melt until I get this consistency right here. The reason why I'm melting the shea butter is in order to make sure that all of my other ingredients, all the other oils that I'm going to be adding to it, it is thoroughly distributed, and I don't have to worry about there being lumps of shea butter that does not have any of the other mixtures or the other oils in it. So next, I am going to be placing some vitamin E oil into this container. Now, what I advise for you to do is do not use this vitamin E oil because it is like heck trying to get it out of the bottle. I picked this up at my local beauty supply store, and this stuff was so thick that it did not want to come out of the container. So I put about 2 ounces of this vitamin E oil into my mixture before I began to stir it. Then I got some organic castor oil. I picked this up at my local Walmart, and I am going to place this oil into my mixture as well. I say that I possibly used maybe 3 to 4 ounces of oil in here. Maybe not even that much. I don't think it was that much. But what I do advise for you to do, if you want a more solid liquid, I wouldn't advise for you to put as much castor oil or as much vitamin E oil into it, because of the more vitamin E or the more castor oil that you put in it, the softer your mixture would be. Now, also, if you wanted to add a little essence, any oils of essence to it, this would be the opportunity for you to do that as well. I have some eucalyptus, and I also have some cinnamon oil. I decided not to put any into this mixture as I really just wanted it to have just a regular smell. So I am going to place this into the refrigerator so it can cool off. I put just a little bit too much in it because I'm trying to be really careful and not let it all come out the sides as I put the top back on. But I'm going to place it back into the refrigerator and let it sit up for about 30 minutes. Now 30 minutes has passed by and I have taken my oil out, and you see it has set up. I rub my fingers across it. The heat from my fingers melts the oil, and I love how this oil gives my body a shine, and it also moisturizes. Now here I'm putting this oil on straight out of the shower. So I went to take a shower and I'm putting this oil on straight out of the shower. Now this is what it looks like because it is still kind of cool. But after you set it under the counter or wherever you want to store it, it does get a little softer. Again, the castor oil and the vitamin E oil keeps it from setting up really, really hard like it would be if it was just the raw shea butter. So everywhere that I know that my body is growing, I am going to place this mixture starting with my belly. I make sure I hit the front and the back. Don't forget your back flanks because you can get stretch marks back there too. Also, what I learned is that I did not, for my first pregnancy, I was not expecting to get stretch marks on the front of my legs. So I did get some stretch marks in the front of my legs at the very, very top. Here, I'm oiling up, my boobies because my body is growing, my boobies are growing as well. So I'm making sure I'm putting some on my boobies. Of course, if I were to be putting this on, I would not. I wouldn't have this sports bra on, but I have to, keep it PG for you guys. But here I am putting the butter where I was experiencing some stretch marks from my last pregnancy. I just didn't want them to get any worse. And also, your hip and your butt area, they grow too. So make sure that you put some there as well. This is what my belly looks like after I have put the butter on. My body has a nice sheen and it looks well moisturized. And the best part about this is that it does not ruin any of my clothing. I used to use coconut oil and that messed up everything. All right, so the next trick that I use, make sure that you're well hydrated. Make sure you drink enough water because you have to make sure that you keep yourself moisturized from the inside out. All right, thanks so much for watching. On your way out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you make DonyB's belly butter, leave a comment down below how it works for you. Until next time, have a great evening.